All right, welcome in to the latest edition of the Second Half Draft Show, which also happens to be the first edition on the Second Half Draft Show YouTube channel. Um, big change for Couch Potato General Manager in terms of decoupling our live stream from the original Couch Potato General Manager YouTube channel, and then of course now our live stream has its own dedicated channel. Understanding that there's going to be a bit of a transition there, but a lot of new things on the horizon for both channels effectively. So really excited about that. Really excited about that. Tonight on tap, we have Headley's top 75 through summer scouting. Summer scouting obviously coming to an end. We're into the preseason now. Real football is right around the corner. And then Drew, we're gonna follow you along through a mock, right? Drew's gonna go on a solo mission here and do a 2026 NFL mock draft. So a lot to get to this evening. And Headley, I'm gonna start with your top 75. And of course, we won't talk about every single individual prospect, but as we go through maybe 15 at a time, if there are a couple of guys within that category, each of those categories you want to speak to, certainly want to get your thoughts. And then Drew, obviously, if you have any thoughts about Headley's top 75, is he too high? Is he too low? Make sure to comment on that. And we encourage the audience to comment as well. So let's get it started. All right. Here we go, Headley. Your top 15 in your top 75 through summer scouting. And of course, you got Caleb Downs at the very top. And then, of course, rounding that out at 15, Jake Slaughter. So everything in between, right? Headley, these are your guys. A lot of down linemen, aside from the safety at the top, a lot of down linemen here in your top 5, top 10.
Yeah, man. It's about the trenches. The trenches, that's where games are won and lost right there, man. So, offensive line, defensive line, those are the guys that team's going to want to target first. But like you said, there's a safety at the top of my list, man. And I just think Caleb Downs, is the most complete football player in this class. I always say life is about movements, and his movement ability is top notch, man. He turns his hips, he triggers downhill, he can cover in space. It's very outstanding. The tackling. I remember Drew came in here and was like, this is the best tackling safety he's ever seen. Brian Branch is one of my top tackling safeties before, but if we're comparing a Caleb Downs to a Brian Branch, man, and we see what kind of player Brian Branch is for the Detroit Lions, man, Caleb Downs is a heck of a player, man. I was in awe. Like, when I watched this game, was in awe. Like, when you watching guys, you're writing notes down. Like, I forgot to write notes, man. I was just like, this guy is just picture perfect, man. He does everything right. He's exactly where he needs to be on a football field. Textbook tackling, man. Cover skills. You could play him anywhere, up high, down in the box. You could make him cover on the perimeter as well. And he's just always around the ball. Always around the ball, bro, due to his instincts and closing abilities. Like, I don't really have a real weakness on him. I know some people might talk about his cover ability, but I think he covers just fine, man. Everything else checks a lot of boxes, man. So he's my top player. I think he's just the most complete player in this entire class. I know it's a safety position. Some people, might not prioritize safeties this high, but, man, he could do everything, man. Safety is the new versatility, bro. So, and he's versatile.
All right, who else do we want to key on here in this top 15? Of course, Downs coming in, checking in at number 1. And as you mentioned, we don't expect him to go first overall. This is expected to be a quarterback-heavy first round or draft, just kind of top to bottom. And then, as I mentioned, a ton of really impressive offensive and defensive linemen in this class. You got a pair of corners here in the top 11 as well. So who else do you feel, when we talk about feelings, who else do you feel folks need to be talking about more in your top 15?
I'm going to go to David Bailey. Number 1 edge rush for me. I think some people might think it's too high. A lot of people out there, because some lists, they don't have him in the top 25. So some people are going to say, oh, he's too high on him. But I'm going to start high, because he's the guy that's going to be raising up draft boards. And he's going to end up in a lot of people's top 10. So I'm just going to put him there at number 5 right now, just because of the pass rushing skill set, the jump off the ball, how he closes, bends to the quarterback. If you want to get cute with him, he could drop back in coverage and do all that. But he's just not a household name right now because of how they used him last year in Stanford, man. It was misuse. It was malpractice. didn't have the man on the field. And I think at Texas Tech now, he's going to be the man over there. They brought in some other transfers. I think Romello Hyde and those guys. So, man, I think he's going to blow up this season, and he's going to be one of the biggest draft risers. So that's why I have him here at number 5. So I don't got to move him up later on. Later on, when everybody's moving up David Bailey, he's already cemented in my top 5. Peter Woods, I know he's a top prospect in a lot of people's class. To me, he's Christian Wilkins all over again. You know what I'm saying? Without the extracurricular. You know, we know about Christian Wilkins with the extracurricular. But, yeah, Peter Woods does everything, can play all over that line, can get after the quarterback, can help in the run game. I think he's number 2 because he's the second most complete player behind Caleb Downs. Then Spencer Fano, I have at number 3. I think some people might think that's too high also, but I'm in love with his game, man. Just the movement ability. To me, he's another Penei Sewell from the Lions, bro. Like, right tackle, the movement ability, what he does in the run game. It's just, I know the pass game stats, he had to work on that a little bit this season, but, man, to me, he's the top run blocker in this class and the best offensive tackle in this class.
Get in there, Drew.
So,
get in there.
Break me down, Drew.
I like it, man. You probably should have taken Arch Manning out. You know, he said he's not coming out, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I think his dad or somebody said, I forget who it was. Another Manning said he's gonna be locked in over there at I think it was his granddad said he's gonna be locked in over there at Texas, which is understandable. It's kind of that's kind of what we were thinking. Like, hey, is he gonna stay? He's gonna go. He doesn't necessarily need to rush. You know, money's not really the thing for him, so probably wait for the best opportunity for himself coming out. So if it's a bad team that he ends up with, which is usually the case, if you're the number 1 pick overall, you got the choice to stay in school and not have to rush it. Maybe you can roll the dice for the following year. But a guy here that I'm super intrigued about. I like where you got him at. You're giving him notice, right? Because I think people forgot about him. Is Jermod McCoy, the cornerback out of Tennessee, real sticky, big, strong, physical, closes out quickly. I like him a lot, bro. And I know he got hurt last year, so he missed a ton of games, but I think he might be out of sight, out of mind for folks. But this year I expect him to be, he's my top corner, and I expect him to be the top corner coming out for this upcoming draft.
Yeah, I think, believe it or not, I think he's back on the field. I think he has an early recovery, and we might see him sooner than later. I was expecting maybe December, later in the year, but I'm hearing that he's already moving around on the field.
Yeah, he looks to be the whole package when you talk about the cornerback position. I think there's nothing he can't really do. So we'll see. I'm excited for him for sure. I know he plays for Tennessee. It is what it is. Should have been a Gator, but go ahead.
As Mr. C pointed out, no receivers here in your top 15, and that kind of falls in line with what we've discussed throughout summer scouting, right? That we think top to bottom, this class can be a really good one, right? It may be an underappreciated class, but because it doesn't necessarily have that, alpha per se, top 10 prospect at the receiving position, the collective is kind of diminished in the eyes of some of the evaluators and some, fans and so on and so forth. But that's going to change. That's going to change here as we transition to the next 15 here in Headley's top 75 prospects through summer scouting for the 2026 NFL draft. And as I mentioned, Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson is the next prospect up, ranked 16th thus far. Your top receiver in the class. You actually have 3 receivers here between 16 and 30. Let's talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, man. At the top, we got Jordan Tyson, Arizona State, how he ended that year last year with Sam Levitt at the quarterback. They're back in Arizona State. Should be lights, camera, action with those 2 guys. I call Tyson the smooth operator, bro. He gets open quickly. You see my boy Jordan Addison out there doing his thing in Minnesota. I know he got a 3-game suspension coming, but it's a similar skill set where they might not be the biggest, they might not be the fastest, but those boys know how to run routes. So I think Tyson's going to be a guy that get open early and often at the next level. Could be a quarterback's friend. But the other 2 guys are more intriguing to me at this point, man. Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane from USC. I think those guys have higher upsides than Jordan Tyson. Lemon is one of those slot dynamos. I compare him to Amon St. Brown from the Detroit Lions. Just knows how to get open from the slot. Once he catches the ball, he's like a running back with the ball in his hands. And then Jacoby Lane, man, he's a guy that on the perimeter, the outside guy, ball tracking skills. You see him come down with one hand catches and just those late hands, bro. You see him with those late hands on the outside, and he's just hard to defend, man, because when the ball's in the air, he's going to attack it at the highest point. And it's not much receivers to me in this class like a Jacoby Lane where they have the size, they have the ball skills, they have the route refinement also. So to me, he's a complete package because a lot of these receivers in this class to me are more on the smaller slot kind of type receiver. So a big boy on the outside that can stack DBs and get touchdowns, man. I think Jacoby Lane is very intriguing.
All right, and I would be remiss. I would be remiss if I didn't point out your guy. Your guy. I'm sure you were going to get to him, but Cassius Howe probably is a name that maybe many aren't necessarily fixated on at this part of the evaluation process. But you feel like you were very early on Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker goes 15th overall to your Atlanta Falcons. Very deserving. I believe he was the second edge off the board, if I'm not mistaken. You think Cassius Howe kind of has the same type of rise up the draft boards? Why is that?
Just complete, man. He plays bigger than his size. He get off the ball. I think he uses his hands really well. Close to the football. And just that quick twitch ability. It's not much pass rushers, that has the twitch ability to kind of like get the jump off the snap and then bend and kind of contort their body around to the quarterback. I think he's a complete football player. Didn't get much love last season, even though, Drew had the stat, man, 100 less sacks, 100 less snaps than guys like Shamar Stewart and Nick Scourton, but, produce at a high rate, man. So had more sacks than Stewart last season. I think he was just under Scourton, but, those guys were the starters out there at Texas A&M. So now it's his turn to be the man. I'm expecting double-digit sacks. And to me, it's like Bailey. It's like David Bailey, bro. These guys are pass rushers, bro. Like, they could get after the quarterback. Same thing with another guy, one of my sleepers, Trey Moore from Texas. They got him right now as an off-ball linebacker, but how he rushes, how he has, it's just a fluidity, the movements, the bend, and to get to the quarterback, that closing ability, man. So, it's a passing league, and teams like to pass, and come fourth quarter, those guys can get after the quarterback and close the game out for you, man. So that's why I got Howell here. He's my number 5 pass rusher and number 19 overall prospect in my top 75.
Anybody else here you want to give some love to?
Let's talk about the quarterbacks, bro. Quarterback 1 for me was Arch Manning. Drew said he might not come out. He's probably going to stay in school, but he is draft eligible, so I got to rank him somewhere. I think he has the highest upside. I think he's in my top 10 right now, but the next 2 quarterbacks on my board is Drew Aller. Surprise, surprise. I was hating on them all last season, but I like how he finished the season throughout that playoff run. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he didn't have those wide receivers that these other quarterbacks have. So he was working with nothing last year. Now he has 3 new transfers coming in. I think it's going to be a big year for him this year. He got the arm, can make any throw. And then you got Nussmeier, another big quarterback that could make any throw on a football field. He's the Jekyll and Hyde right there. Like, to me, when he's on, he's better than Drew Aller. But there's peaks and valleys in his game. Throws it in coverage. The mechanics are sometimes off. He's one of those gunslingers that could think they can make every throw, but sometimes the bad decisions could get to him. He's not as elusive. I don't think none of these 2 quarterbacks is very elusive, like an Arch Manning, but these guys could win from the pocket, and the next level winning from the pocket is very important. So I got them bunched up right now, Drew Aller and Nussmeier, but we'll see which one of these guys emerge. Both of them have some new receivers coming in transfer portal for both of these guys.
Yeah, so let me say, first things first, appreciate you. Drew Aller, he's quarterback 2, but if we're getting rid of Manning, he ends up being your quarterback 1. So there's respect there. But I see the disrespect though. I see the disrespect in Jacoby Lane. You got Lemon over Lane. I don't like it. I understand the Tyson over Lane, but I think Lane gonna overtake everybody. He's gonna slide up into your top 15. And it is what it's gonna be with him, man. He's wide receiver 1. He'll probably stay wide receiver 1. Y'all need to watch the tape, bro. There's a lot to love. There's little to not like, and the little to not like has nothing to do with him in particular. You know what I'm saying? So they got rid of a bunch of guys. Not got rid of a bunch of guys. A bunch of guys transferred out. So that leaves Lemon and Lane to be the guys for USC, and I expect those guys to do some damage this year and fly up draft boards.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think both of them. It depends on quarterback play, right? We'll
Yeah.
see what the quarterback does over there. But to me, even if they don't have big seasons this year because of the quarterback play, I think both of these guys can end up being first round picks just because of the talent that they have.
Yep. I agree.
All right.
Before we move on, Drew,
okay.
I wanted to talk about the off-ball linebackers because I did have Anthony Hill Jr. in my top 10 from Texas. He's complete as well. Could do everything on the football field. Remind me of your boy for the Packers.
Edge Cooper.
Edge Cooper. Yeah, he reminded me a little bit of Edge Cooper because he has the ability to rush the quarterback, play coverage, tackle, go sideline to sideline. He's a complete football player. And then my other two off-ball linebackers, I have CJ Allen at 27 and Deontay Lawson at 20. So I have three off-ball linebackers in my top 27. You know how I feel about Lawson. I think your boy Jahad Campbell kind of stole his shine last year on that Alabama defense, but both of those guys were balling. He could play all three linebackers positions, the instincts. I know the pass game is what people question about him, but I think the instincts in the pass game in zone, I think it's okay. I think he can play at the next level. And then CJ Allen is another guy, man. This guy just bad intentions. He's a banger. This is your guy's juice, man, because like this guy in the run game is so great. I know pass game, he kind of a little stiff out there with the hips, but what he does in the run game is so great that I had to rank him within my top 30, man. Like he's a game changer on first and second downs.
All right. That's going to be 16 through 30 here in Headley's very early top 75 rankings for 2026 NFL draft prospects. Let's move on to prospects 31 through 45. And you got Sam Levitt here at the top, and at the bottom, Derek Moore Jr. out of Michigan. Who do we want to talk about here in this particular cohort?
We got two Gators right there, Drew. We got two Gators, Tyreek Sapp, Caleb Banks at 38 and 39. I wanted to keep them together because I think it's going to be a debate throughout the year, man. Like, who's the better guy on that defensive line for the Gators?
Really?
You don't think? You don't
really?
think
I think to the uninitiated, I think it will be, but to the initiated, we know. We know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised you got Sapp over Caleb Banks, bro. I'm surprised, bro.
Bro, it's the hands, bro. Yeah, the hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you can win with your hands, bro, it's like you don't gotta be 6'6", 300. How big is Caleb? He's a huge guy, man. I know he's probably gonna get drafted over Tyreek Sapp because of the physical part of his game, the size, how he wins. A big man, a man that big should be moving that fast. That's Caleb Banks, but Tyreek Sapp, man, he's a skilled pass rusher, bro, because of how great his hands is, the chop, the rip, the swim. He got a plethora of moves, bro. So to me, he's the better football player. But I get you Caleb Banks, though, because of the pure size and potential of him.
Real quick, just to respond to Mr. C's, Klubnik is my guy for this QB year. You could pick Klubnik, you could pick Aller, you could pick Nussmeier. Like those three are kind of in a bubble by themselves, and it's up to them. Like there are no excuses. Everything is in front of you. Klubnik's played what was it 2-3 years in a row? Let's go. Like there are no excuses. This is you. The last few games of last year, you kind of turned it on, and that's what people are looking forward to. Drew Aller, you got weapons. You got weapons. Run it. Okay, and Nussmeier just got to be consistent. After that, it comes down to what do you like? What's your flavor? You know what I'm saying? In between those three, I expect all three to be guys, bro. I expect those three to be the talk of the town when it comes to the quarterback position. And then obviously you got Sellers, who's kind of pulling up the rear, but he could supplant those guys if he has a sensational season, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I do think Sellers has the highest ceiling out of all those guys you named. Maybe not Nussmeier and Aller, but I think Sellers could supplant Levitt and Klubnik easily with a big season this year. He could be like the Jalen Milroe because of what he does with his legs, but I think he's a better passer than Milroe at this point right now. So I think he's a guy, if he comes out, because he has eligibility left too, I think he's a sophomore, right? So yeah, he could actually stay in school with Arch Manning and be a part of next year's class. But to speak about Sam Levitt and Klubnik, I'm more of a fan of Levitt. I'm to be honest, I'm not big on Klubnik, like the rest of you guys are, but I had to put him there because of, you know, he's a quarterback. He played well last season. He got better, but there's still some parts of his game that I'm not loving. The arm strength. You know, I'm not gonna call him Quinn Ewers. I'm not gonna disrespect him that bad, but I want to see more hole shots, more tight window throws from K Klubnik, man. But Sam Levitt, man, he's a guy. I like Levitt. And my sleeper in this bunch is Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon. I think this guy, once people start putting eyes on him and see how explosive he is, especially with a ball in his hands, yeah, I think he's gonna move up boards a lot, man. He's my tight end one.
Let me ask you something. So, do you think he will be what OJ Howard was supposed to be, bro?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Is that who comes to mind when you see Sadiq on tape, Drew? OJ Howard, Bama version of OJ Howard.
Again, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of Sadiq, so you know I got a little to go off of. But yeah, that's who you remind me a little bit. I think Sadiq got a little bit more athleticism to him, but you know.
I distinctly remember Headley and I saying that the Bucs should have drafted Dalvin. I distinctly remember that in that particular draft.
Bro, it was the entourage thing, bro. I wanted to draft him too.
I'm just saying.
Hurt, bro.
I'm just saying. Like I thought it was because he didn't test great as an athlete. I thought that's what kind of drove Dalvin's stock down a little bit. But you know, at any rate, we move on. The next 15 here, 46 through 60. LT Overton, you're a bit lower than I think the consensus is. Obviously, Headley here on LT Overton, and then Rod Moore rounding it out. I do want to point out you have, I believe, 4 linebackers in your top 40 and 6 receivers in your top 42. So it's kind of interesting how that's stacking up. And a safety, of course, at the top of this list, and Caleb Downs. So really, really unique rankings here through summer scouting for you.
Yeah, man. Some of my guys. So this next 15 looks like to me some guys I'm not as high on, and then some guys I'm really high on. I think Dominique Orange kind of shows a player that I'm really high on. I don't think much people are talking about Dominique Orange. Big interior defensive lineman. I'm gonna put my notes up real quick, man. Big body DT. Like his movement ability for his size. He kind of lines up in that one gap. Run stopping ability. He doesn't really get moved much in the trenches. I saw a rep where he played over the guard, got a nice jump, did a chop rip, and then beat the guard and bend to the quarterback. Know how I feel about big man that can bend, man. So he has that in his bag. And he's a hunter, man. He gets his hands on the ball carrier, and when he gets his hands, it's bad intentions, man. He's pile driving guys, body slamming, suplex, whatever wrestling move you could think of, man. I think this is Dominique Orange. He's just a physical force on inside, big power puncher as well. And I see this is a total exaggeration, but I see some Ndamukong Suh in Dominique Orange's game. So I'm high on him. Rod Moore, the safety, dealt with injuries through his career, but I could not put him, you know, so I had to put him somewhere on this list because of how high he is, ball skill abilities. So I'm really high on Rod Moore as well. Chase Roberts, you know, I hit y'all in the chat about him, the wide receiver from BYU. He's not the fastest, not the biggest, but when I'm watching him, man, another BYU guy, Puka Nacua comes to my mind, man. Let me put my notes up on Chase, bro, because size.
They got a type out there?
Huh?
They got a type out there?
They got a type, bro. 6'4", 210, has the size. The first thing I saw with Chase Roberts was his release. Man, the release is impeccable, good feet at the line. He can use his size to catch those tight window throws in traffic. And he just have a really good understanding of the game, man. Knows when to dial it down, knows when to sit in his own coverage. He has that inside-outside versatility like my boy Puka. And he's a hands catcher. Everything he's catching his hands outside his frame. And he just comes up big in those big situations, man. Like I said, like he has the size, right? But he's not a faster guy. He's not one of those 40 times his RAS score guys. He's an older prospect as well. I think he might be 24 when he comes out. But, man, I just love his game, man. To me, the route running is there. The size is there. And just the understanding of what the defense is trying to do. That's also there for Chase Roberts. So I got him there at 58. I'm lower on Malik Muhammad and LT Overton. Even Reed Adams, I'm not as high on him. I know Drew didn't like his game at Texas A&M. So I'm not high on those three guys. I think a lot of people have those guys higher. But let's talk about the running backs right there, bro. These are my running back 2 and 3 right there. Jonah Coleman and Nicholas Singleton. Jonah Coleman, Singleton has that burst, that speed in the open field. He's going to test really well. But Jonah Coleman, that's the guy that's not going to test as well. I think he's going to fall down the draft board because of that. But when you're talking about a guy that can carry the football in between the tackles, bowling ball ability, like he's going to break through tackles. He's just very decisive, just a really good running back, man. So I like Jonah Coleman a lot, man. I'm not sure how the masses feel on Jonah, but I think he's a guy, man. I think he's a guy that's you're gonna get him maybe day 3, but he's gonna end up in a committee backfield like a 1 or 2. He'd be the thunder to somebody's lightning, man. So I'm really high on Jonah as well.
Yeah, so on TikTok they was hating on Jonah Coleman, bro.
I know.
Like they was talking about, did you watch him versus this team and that team, and I'm just like, bro, you gotta watch, you gotta watch more games, bro. Just it's he's just consistent, bro. And to me, Jonah Coleman is like the flavor of ice cream vanilla, bro. Right? It's consistent, or chocolate. It's consistent. You know what you're getting. There's no surprises. You know what I'm saying? Singleton is more like you go to Cold Stones, bro, and you look up and they got like 5 flavors together, bro, and they've created this flavor, and it might be good, might not be good, bro. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe throw some sprinkles on it, some gummy bears, bro. It might not taste that good this time around, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Coleman is just consistent, and I love that about my running backs, bro. Singleton,
consistency and vanilla. Vanilla get it done, bro. Every time, bro.
Yes, bro.
Every time.
Bro. You know
let's talk about the off-ball linebackers, man. You mentioned that I had a lot of off-ball linebackers in my top 60, and I got 2 here. Harold Perkins Jr. That's another guy where I know he dealt with injuries just like Rob Moore, but I had to find a place for him, man, because he's dynamic, man. The first question you're gonna ask about him is, what is he? Is he a linebacker? Is he a outside linebacker? Is he an edge? Like he's kind of like the size concerns with him, the injury concerns with him, but the change of direction ability is big. Twitchy, pass rusher. He can kind of contour his body. To me, he's like a versatile chess piece. You can kind of put him, where your weaknesses on your defense. You need a pass rusher, insert him there. You need an off-ball linebacker, insert him there. We always mention Micah Parsons, Jalen Walker, who the Falcons just drafted. These guys are undersized, but they could play a plethora of different positions. You can line up them in the A gap, the B gaps. You can kind of move them around and kind of do what you like with them. All gas, high motor, all gas player. Very instinctive in coverage as well. So had to get him on the list there, man. And then Kyle Lewis from Pitt. Pitt has actually 2 good linebackers.
They do.
And we haven't really spoken about the Pittsburgh linebackers as much. Let me find my notes on these guys, because you got Rasheem Bowles. He's the other Pitt linebacker. I think Rasheem Bowles, I call him Mr. Do Your Job. He's not on my top 75 because I think the athleticism is going to kind of bring him down the board a little bit, and he's a little bit undersized, but he's always exactly where you want him on the football field. He's fundamentally strong, and he's always around the football. But I think Kyle Lewis, who I ranked here at 56, he's going to get all the buzz, man, because the juice. As soon as you put on the tape, bro, the juice is very evident. He closes quickly. The athleticism, he's going to check those boxes. You kind of use him as a blitzer if you want. Run some games up front, get him free, get him going forward towards the quarterback. And he also has that versatility to drop back in coverage, flip his hips. I've seen him, flip his hips, get his hands on the football. I think it was a pick 6. I forgot against what team, but he has all the stuff that NFL teams are going to like. So I think Lewis is probably going to work his way up the board.
He had 100 tackles last year, and I think Bowles had 81. So, and I think he had 7 sacks. Lewis did. So he's a guy to kind of key on. He might be able to, jump in front of some guys in terms of the linebacker position. So just keep him, keep your eyes open for him, because I expect big things from him this year. Or not big things, but continue to have another successful season. And he might be a Raz guy, bro. He might be a guy
He gonna be
He gonna
definitely a
blow
Razz
up.
guy.
People gonna have to go back to the tape and look at it and be like, damn, how did I miss this guy? I think he's gonna be one of those guys, maybe, just because he
Yeah,
plays with Pitt.
I think also once he stops thinking as much and like catch up to that, like once he gets on leash, bro, I think he's gonna be a problem. He's a little raw right now. I think that's the knock on him, where Biles is more ready, but once he stops thinking as much, bro, I think he's gonna take off, man.
When you watch that Pitt defense, it's one of there's a few teams in the country I like to watch their offense, like to watch their defense. I think Pitt is one of them. I like to watch Penn State too, but the Pitt, they ask their guys to do a lot, bro. They do a lot on their defense, bro. Pre-snap, post-snap, there's a lot going on. So, like you said, you know, if hopefully another year in the system, you know, he can start to, the instincts can take over, and the watching the tape can take over, and he just things start to happen much quicker, not much quicker, but quicker. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem for sure.
All right. One more set of 15 here in Headley's top 75 rankings coming out of summer scouting. So let's get to it. Here we go, Headley. Terry Moore out of Duke at the top here, 61st overall. And then Aaron Graves rounds it out, the defensive lineman from Iowa. Who should we be talking about here in this group?
Let's see my favorite player in this bunch. You know how I feel about Damon Claiborne, Wake Forest running back. I think he's a sleeper in this class. Got him here at number 64. So that's a second round, end of second round grade. I have for Claiborne. I like his vision. I like his patience. Like, he's very deliberate, kind of reads the defense. He's that slow mesh system there at Wake Forest. I don't like the slow mesh system. I think if he was in a different system, more people would be talking about him. But I like him as an inside runner. He can jump cut, can get to the edge. He can out leverage defenders. I just love his feet, his cutting ability. He can make consecutive moves on top of each other. He's not the biggest back, but I like him in pass protection. He takes it seriously. He scans the field, very aware pass protector. So I think that could, you know, he could get on the field earlier than other running backs because of that. He's very instinctive. He has that innate feel. He kind of make you miss type of back also. That's the most important trait for a running back, is can you make a guy miss? And he does that really well. Can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. So he's pretty complete to me, man. I think, you know, he's going to be a name people are going to start to move up the draft board. Who else I have here? You got the quarterbacks, Mateer and Mendoza. Both these guys are transfers?
Mendoza.
Let me see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both of these guys are transfers. So Mateer is going over to Washington State, and then Mendoza is going.
That's a faux pas on my behalf. That's Oklahoma.
Okay,
Mateer's
yeah. Mateer is coming from Washington State to Oklahoma, replacing Jackson Arnold. And then even Mendoza is a faux pas. He's coming from Cal to go to Indiana, I believe. To replace your boy, the last Indiana quarterback. I forgot his name right now. Your boy, they spread the ball around. But Mendoza, Cal transfer, he gets the ball in his hands quickly to his first read. He kind of keeps his eyes downfield. You got defenders are like barreling on him. And I think that might be an issue. It's a strength, but it's also an issue because he kind of likes to operate right there in that bubble. I think his pocket feel, his pocket presence needs to get a little better. But he wins from the pocket. That's what he kind of does. He kind of stares down the barrel, delivers it, throws with good touch. I like to touch towards the sidelines. And he can throw all different kinds of throws. You got your fastball, he got his changeup. And in Cal, he was very decisive. So I like to see how he looks in Indiana with Elijah Surratt and those guys. He got a good receiver in Surratt. So that's good for him. And then Mateer. See where I got Mateer. Yeah, Oklahoma, Washington State transfer. He gets the ball out of his hands quickly from different arm slots. This guy would throw off his back leg, and it works. It does work, but that is a cause for concern. Got to kind of watch that. I'm gonna watch that more this season with Oklahoma to see if he breaks out of those bad habits. But what I love about Mateer the most is the swag and the confidence that he plays with, bro. Like, it reminds me of Baker Mayfield when I watch him, right? He's a gunslinger with that swag, that confidence. And when he's hot, he could throw for a lot of yards, bro. So I really like that about him. He has that pocket presence, unlike Mendoza. That's why I have Mateer a little higher than Mendoza, because what Mateer could do with his legs, could break the pocket, get to the sideline, make throws on different platforms to his receivers, always looking down the field. And he also has a good touch on his deep ball. I think the thing with Mateer will be his size. I think they're going to question his size and those bad habits. Like I said, throwing across his body, throwing off his back foot, making bad decisions in traffic, those turnover-worthy throws. But if he fixed those bad habits, like I could see him going up there with Levitt and Klubnik, man. I'm high on Mateer. So I really like his game, and also Mendoza's as well.
What's up, Drew?
Anybody else? I think I'm low on Torian York. I know Drew likes him a lot. I got to see more of Torian York. I know he racks up tackles, but I don't know, man. I'm looking for a little more dog from him. I don't think he's the fastest either. So tell me why I'm wrong on York, Drew, man. Like,
no, I didn't think he was gonna be in there, bro. Thought he wasn't gonna be in there. So I mean, that's okay. I'm good with it, bro. I'm good. That's okay. I know you down on so it's good, man. Romello Height, bro. Ain't that the pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl, yeah. Yeah, he's another pass rusher, bro. Like, what he had is it the 84-inch wingspan? That's who that is, man?
Yeah, I think that's who that was, bro. It was either him or it was your boy from Tennessee.
Joseph. Oh no, I think that's Joshua Josephs. Yeah.
Joseph.
Okay. One of them two. Both of them had the long wingspan. Height is a Georgia Tech transfer. Going to Texas Tech right now. Has the athleticism and length. Like I said, he looks like a pterodactyl. That wingspan, energy and motor off the edge. And I like how he changed his speeds as a pass rusher, bro. He has that pass rush pace. The thing that I see like wide receivers do, those slot wide receivers, he kind of lulls you to sleep and then kind of blows by you. He could cross you up and catch the inside on you as well. Like if you face some less athletic tackles, like that's a win for him every time, bro. He got the speed and agility to get around the edge. He could drop in the short zone and he closes well to the football. So I think he's a little raw as well with more coaching, adding more tools to his pass rushing game. I think he's a guy, man. But the red flag I did have on him is this is sports school. So he's been in the transfer portal a lot. And production, only 6.5 sacks in 36 games. So hopefully they can unlock him over there at Texas Tech, him and David Bailey, because they were a little misused in their previous school. So let's see Height and Bailey get after the quarterback there at Texas Tech.
Yeah, those guys could be playing opposite each other. I think Height, he's a responsible edge player, so I think they were asking him to do a couple different things. He wasn't necessarily unleashed over there, so I think the production should go up. And then just, I know you got Perkins. It's not low, and I understand why. It's the size that's going to be a problem. His brother also had size concerns, but he was doing his thing. Not that Perkins wasn't, but Perkins was on a team with a bunch of beasts, bro. And so now it's his show, and so it's on you now. You know what I'm saying? I expect you to your stock to be going up, right? Because all eyes will be on you this go around for Ole Miss. So
Santara, him and his brother Harold, bro, they're similar. Meaning, like, what are they gonna play at the next level? I think Harold Perkins is a little bigger than Santara Perkins.
Not by a whole lot, but a little bit.
Not by a whole lot, but and we saw Harold Perkins at a high level before the injury, so I got him a little higher. But Perkins, the brother from Ole Miss, he's similar. He's similar, bro. Line up, A gap. I just like him coming forward. Like I don't want to be cute with him. I think Harold Perkins could be cute with him because I think he's better in the passing game, dropping back in coverage. But Suntarin, bro, like have him coming forward, bro, especially on like those delayed blitzes, those QB spots. I think he'd be a heck of a QB spot at the next level.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Sounds like sub package, man. If you're having trouble with finding a spot for him because he's one of those tweeners, and I don't even know if you can call him a tweener because he's so light, but the talents and the skill set suggests that there is a role for him, right? So obviously you want him to get it going on special teams, be a core special teamers, and be in your sub packages, whether you're blitzing off the edge or, as you mentioned, coming through that A gap and creating some mismatches, and of course spying as well when you're dealing with all these athletic quarterbacks that are filling up the league. So it's just, and we've talked about this ad nauseum, right? Whether it be on the offensive side of the ball with like the tight ends that don't necessarily block, you know what I'm saying? But they're not outside the numbers at receiver because they don't separate at a high enough level. And then some of these edge rusher or hybrid linebackers who are lighter in the pants, right? Like can they find the right system, the right coaches in order to really harness them? And you just don't see it often, unfortunately, right? And to me, that's less of an indictment of the player and more of an indictment of the coaching. You know what I'm saying? That's their responsibility, is to unlock the talent, figure out what they do well, and put them in positions to excel. So we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on both Perkins brothers here throughout the 2025 season, ahead of the 2026 NFL draft. All right.
Before we go on, let me talk about those last.
You got more. You got more. You got more.
I'm gonna give him some more, bro. I'm gonna give him a little bit more, bro, because them last 4 players, that's all trenches right there, bro. Iowa, Dennis Dunker, the tackle over there. You got Parker Brailsford. Like, he's undersized. He's a center. He's a transfer from Washington. Mr. C knows him well. But he's movement ability. And then you got Jaden Roberts, the big guy, the right guard, from last season. I think he's more physical. I think he's better in like the power gap schemes. So he's a good player. But I want to talk about Aaron Graves a little more. Like, he surprised me when I watched tape. He's gonna be a 4-year starter this year. And the first thing I noticed with him was the hands and how he uses his hands to create leverage, kind of disengages. He has that wrestling background. So, those guys with a wrestling background, they're going to find a way. They're going to find their way. They're going to use leverage, the violent hands, and he can use them with quickness. To me, he comes in right away and is going to be a good run stuffer from the interior. But he has pass rush upside as well. You see the rip move, the quick swim. He works well through contact. I think he has underrated twitch ability. I don't think he'd be a big-time pass rusher at the next level, but he's going to be one of those good pros, man. Those 8-10-year vets helping the run game, rotational player with that pass rushing upside. So I'm intrigued about Aaron Graves, man. A lot of football. He's played a lot of football there at Iowa. And we know Iowa, what they're going to produce. They're going to produce trenches, offensive linemen and defensive linemen.
And real quick, just to bring back the Perkins brothers. So Harold is going to be the star role for LSU, which is probably best for him. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So we'll probably be able to see a bunch of different things, as you was talking about with Harold Perkins, in terms of how he should be used. And then his brother, I assume he's just going to be a pass rusher. They might, Ole Miss does a good job with their players, so I think they use those guys properly. So I don't think he's going to be miscast or misused there. That's one of the reasons why your boy left Florida to go over to Ole Miss last year, and Princely. Yeah, Princely. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, no, let me not say it. I'm gonna hold off. I gotta check. Gotta fact check myself. So let me not do that. But yeah, that was it.
All right, good stuff. Very informative. Top 75 here from Headley. Drew, we got a mock draft on tap here this evening, and it's your show. You're making all the picks. Headley and I will heckle you for your decisions, but they are your decisions at the end of the day. My question before I transition here is, are you doing 1 round or 2?
Oh, it's just one, bro. Just one.
Yeah,
because I know y'all boys finna, y'all boys finna get me, bro. But
No problem. So, Drew, we're gonna be on mock draft database, so you might want to just set up a backup, some redundancy because of the Radio Shack setup I got going here. As you see on the screen, it's been scrolling for quite some time here. We have a new sponsor. We have a new sponsor for the Second Half Draft Show, and that is Wear Your Art Official. You see, Headley got the threads on with the Live Up shirt. What I mean? Yeah. Sport that. Real nice. Check it out. Scan our QR code here in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Really unique work there at Wear Your Art Official. These are original sketches that have been digitized, and of course, not only t-shirts though. There's all types of apparel. There's mugs, there's hats, there's hoodies, so on and so forth. So definitely check it out. Really unique artwork, and the artistry there is impressive. We really love what Your Art Official is doing, and we're happy to have them as a sponsor for the Second Half Draft Show. So they'll be with us throughout this particular draft cycle for sure. All right, you all set, Drew? Oh, you muted yourself.
Hold on, let me get myself together.
All right, let me pull this in. Here we go.
There we go. Slide that over.
There we go. And then we'll go down here in the corner. That's a little rough. That'll do for the time being until Drew gets himself together.
And close out some. I'm gonna need about an hour, bro. You know where that's from, bro?
No.
An hour.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So I cheated. I did cheat. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Got my little script here. The order's a little different because I went to a different place for the order, but it don't matter. We'll build it as we fly it. It is what it is. But so the first pick overall is the New Orleans Saints, the Aints, as I call them, because y'all know I'm a Bucks fan. So we gotta call them the Aints, right?
Disrespect. Shout out Mr. C, rocking his CPGM shirt from courtesy of Wear Your Art, official. Shout it out.
Nice.
That's what's up. That's what's up right there. Yeah, man.
That's what we're talking about. All right, so for the Saints, obviously, if they're picking number one, that means they had a terrible season. I think they're going to have a terrible season. I don't know if it'll be number one worthy, but it's, for me, their quarterback should be Spencer Rattler. Obviously, they went in a completely different direction with what they were doing this past year. Is really confusing and disappointing, and a lot of Saints fans were upset. And again, y'all are going to be punished this year because of it. And so I'm going to go with quarterback one for me in Drew Aller, bro. Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Get the quarterback of the future. Now, it may come down to Nussmeier and Aller. Nussmeier's right there. He's already there. So it wouldn't, assuming these guys have the season we think they're going to have, it would make more sense that Nussmeier's the guy. But I think Drew Aller gives you a little bit more in terms of some mobility. But that's probably kind of where that ends, because I think they're pretty in terms of the talent of the arm, it's pretty similar. All right. Next up we got the Cleveland Browns.
Still rocking, still rolling with Shador, even though the Browns hate him, the coaching staff hate him.
That's what's going on.
I really don't know what to make of this, bro. Like I don't know what's going on in there at Cleveland. From everything that I'm hearing over there, Shador is having a good training camp, bro. Like that's my understanding, and Gabriel is struggling. Okay, but if they're picking this high,
but only one of them are getting first team reps though.
I don't get it, bro. Like I heard they
hate him. They hate him, bro.
I heard he's dealing with an injury right now. Maybe that's why. Because after that first preseason game, bro, I know it's just preseason vanilla coverages, but bro,
you guys watched the tape.
We watched Shador's tape and we watched Gabriel's tape. We all did. Like it shouldn't be a debate.
It shouldn't.
It's a debate.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that.
And I saw something where it said it was the most watched preseason game since I don't know when, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a lot of intrigue. People want to see him succeed, and there's a lot of people who want to see him fail. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of intrigue there. Yeah. But I maintain that coaching staff wants nothing to do with him, bro. Wants nothing to do with him, despite him being the best option on that roster, in my mind, our mind.
So for me here, I don't think you go quarterback simply because you got too many on the roster. You've invested. I mean, they've invested a ton, but you invested 2 picks on quarterbacks. Plus, you got Flacco there. I'm not sure what the contract looks like there, but I'm going to go with Peter Woods, bro. So we're going to be going with Peter Woods to cause more havoc, more damage up front with Myles Garrett and the like. It's Myles Garrett and who's
I like it.
Mason Graham.
They got Mason Graham. Yeah.
Peter Woods, Mason Graham, Myles Garrett. Ooh.
Yeah, we trying to they trying to get where the Giants are, bro. The Giants D line looks crazy. Trying to get there, bro. You know what I mean?
So I think that's
scary. Drew Carter gonna be a problem, bro.
Oh yeah,
gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah,
100%.
No doubt.
All right, next up we got the. Oh, I didn't pick. Hold on, my bad.
Tighten up.
I gotta tighten up, bro. Peter Woods. All right. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans, and I went simple and easy, bro. We're gonna protect our quarterback, and we're gonna go and get Tackle 1 is Francis. Is it Maui
Noah.
Right.
Maui Noah.
Damn, I wasn't even close, bro. Ain't no ends in there, bro. But
Hey,
Maui
listen.
Noah,
bro. Now you know.
Maui Noah.
Maui Noah.
So what we doing, Drew, with Latham? Are we going him to the left side, Maui at the right side?
Listen, we'll figure it out, bro.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Don't care.
Don't care, bro.
Don't care.
Long hair, don't care, bro. All right. All right. Next up, we got the New York Giants, and for the Giants, what did I do for the Giants, man? I went. I wish D Kit was here because he could assist or he could let me know he don't like it. But I saw D Kit. He had tweeted back to Dan. Is it Burglar?
Oh man.
Burglar?
Man was going in on bro, man.
Yeah. So he went back at him, you know what I'm saying, about the receiver position and said you need to be taking a look at these USC boys and Lane and Lemon. And I picked the number 1 receiver for me in Jacoby Lane for the New York Giants, bro. So that's where I went, bro.
Early. Bullish on Lane.
Yeah, I am, man. I really am. I think he's gonna show up and show out, bro. He had 12 touchdowns last year, bro. 500 yards, 12 touchdowns.
In part-time duty. Yeah, crowded room.
Yeah. In a crowded room. In the last 2 games, he 6 of the 12 was the last 2 games of the season, bro. And there obviously was a quarterback change, and the quarterback figured it out, bro. Get it to Lane and Lemon, bro, the law firm. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to go quarterback, but obviously they have Jackson Dart there, so we can't do that. They've invested. It should have been Shador, but we understand some things happen. They went with Jackson Dart. I believe that is the future for the New York Giants, and let's just continue to load up with the weapons in Jacoby Lane because I like what I see over there for the defensive side for the Giants, and hopefully Andrew Thomas can stay healthy and be the left tackle there. If not, then that may be the pick for these guys. All right. Next up, we got the New York Jets. And I don't know if Juice gonna like this one. Because it means that I'm not a believer, but if they're picking this high, you can't you gotta stop believing, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I know where you're headed with it. And I completely understand. Yeah.
And I had to check this one. I was halfway through it, kind of going through it. I was like, dang, did I? Is it? Nah. Yeah, but if they're picking this high, that means that it didn't work out. And the workout, in terms of what I'm talking about, is Justin Fields didn't work out, bro. You know what I'm saying? This might be the last of the Mohicans. This might be his last chance, you know, in being a starter in the league, bro. So in this case, I'm saying he's didn't have a successful season and enter in Drew Aller.
Again?
Yeah.
Again. I'm sorry. No.
Again, bro.
I'm sorry. I gotta flip him. I forgot. It's Garrett Nussmeier. I'm sorry.
Garrett Nussmeier to the Jets.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying.
Hey, Drew Aller for everybody. Anybody who needs a quarterback, Drew Aller, bro.
You know how Oprah said it. You get a car. You know
exactly.
Let's get it. All right. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers. Now, this doesn't, for me, and I guess maybe I'm a little bit of a hater, or maybe I love me some Bryce Young, right? But if they're picking this high, I don't necessarily fault Bryce Young, okay? But for this, right? Because this is a team whose defense, like they're building it, right? It's going to take a while. That they are in a tougher division. I think the Saints are probably the worst team in the division right now. I'm just looking at it from a roster standpoint, coaching standpoint, and salary cap standpoint. I think the Carolina Panthers are on an upward trend. But they need a little bit more. Juice and pep in their step. And the guy that's going to give them a little more pep in their step is maybe some people's number 1 player in this draft, Caleb Downs.
At least number 1 player.
Love it.
I love it too. Absolutely, bro. No doubt. If you believe in Bryce and you're of the mindset that, you know, this team didn't finish in the top 6 because of poor quarterback play, then absolutely be thrilled, over the moon to get Caleb Downs.
All right, next up we have the Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it the way I say it. Indianapolis Colts. Now they're picking this high too. That means that that there was a failure at the quarterback position, although
There
I
will be.
necessarily.
There will
man,
be.
what's up with your boy, man? Let's talk about
There
your
will
boy
be.
before you get into the pick, bro.
Oh,
What's up with
There
your
will
boy,
be.
A. Rich, man?
Try to tell him.
what happened? What happened?
Try to tell him, bro.
He don't look good, bro.
He not
Oh yeah,
it,
I mean,
bro.
he missed the throw. Well, so first of all, hold up, wait a minute. We tried to tell him to stay in school.
Yes, we did. We tried to warn him. We tried to warn him.
And the issue here with the Colts is obviously he needs to protect himself. Obviously, there's more work to be done in terms of him understanding what he's looking at to get the ball out, because it was a free man. Your running back's right there. That's day one install stuff that you're supposed to get that ball out. You didn't even see him, and you got blasted for it. Hopefully he's okay. But I'm not going that route, bro. I'm not going the way that y'all think I'm going to go, because I'm not blaming Richardson. I'm blaming the coaching staff. I'm going back to the coaching staff, okay? I know you don't like it, but I'm going to go with one of my top players, bro. David Wilson, bro. Pass rusher, bro.
David Bailey?
David Bailey.
I said David Wilson.
Yeah, my
David
brain was short-circuiting. David Wilson.
Yeah, David Wilson.
David Wilson.
Yeah.
But then he said pass rusher. I was like, oh, he meant
cleaned it up.
David Bailey. And it does seem, I'm not sure, because I haven't perused all of the mock draft simulators to this point, but I've noticed that mock draft database has moved him up slightly, still not where he should be. Still not where he should be.
That's Stanford's fault, bro. We can blame Stanford for that.
We can blame Stanford. I see your boy Cassius, though. They go Cassius right there, Headley.
Yeah, man. Move him up.
He getting love.
Move him up.
He getting
Move
love.
him up. All right. The Raiders are on the clock.
All right, we're going to keep this nice and simple. It's going to be Keldrick Falk. Headley, what'd you have? You had him what? Like number...
my fourth. Yeah.
Fourth.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a 4, man. Complete. Physical, bro. Complete. The size. He could play along that defensive line anywhere. He's going to be what they thought they had with your boy, man. Mr. Extracurricular over there.
Oh, you talking about
Christian
Wilkins.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out what player he did that to, bro. It had to be a baller, bro. Like, to cut him for that, man. I don't know, man. That's a crazy story.
Locker room was like, yo, get him out, bro. Locker room had to be like, get him out of here, bro.
You know what, though? It might be, I think he's a repeat offender, bro. He's a habitual line stepper.
No, he definitely a line stepper.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a line stepper.
Yeah, wow, bro. Didn't they come out and said it was injury initially?
They're trying to cover it up.
Yeah. Terrible, bro. All right, next up we got Cleveland. I'm gonna make this real simple. We're gonna make it real simple and sexy. I'm going with Jeremiah Love, the running back out of Notre Dame, bro.
Ooh,
these boys.
Okay. All right.
You said with who?
Slash.
To what team?
Yeah,
Cleveland.
A running back?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Didn't they just draft?
Yes, they did.
That's crazy. Judkins and Sampson, no love for my boys, man.
But hold on.
Those are my two guys right there, bro.
Hold on. Judkins right now is in trouble. Is he not?
Back. Nah, he beat that, bro. He's back, bro.
All right, bro.
He beat that.
All right, bro.
We're going Jeremiah Love. All right.
Yeah. They got a what is that? A Cerberus, 3-headed monster. Let's run it, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, next up we got the Miami Dolphins, and for the Dolphins, I'm gonna go with my number one corner, Headley's number one corner, and Jermod McCoy. And I think they kind of revamped their secondary with a bunch of trades and releasing guys and just doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
but I think they still need they need secondary in general.
Man,
so we're gonna start with the number one corner here, and Jermod McCoy.
They got work to do on that roster.
Gosh.
They got substantial work to do, and I think that's part of the reason why the rumors are kind of floating around about moving Hill. They need assets. They need assets, bro. There's no question about it. So, but I like the pick. Hopefully, as you mentioned, Headley McCoy seems to be ahead of schedule in terms of his recovery from a season-ending injury, and or what will start to be a season-ending injury, and he can demonstrate, take hold of cornerback one and run with it. What you thinking, Haley? How you feeling about it through 10 picks?
It's only 10.
Yeah,
I thought it was a lot more than that.
Seems like it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
seems like it.
I'm talking too much. Because I'm talking too much, bro.
Nah, it's good. It's good. I like it, man. I think my boy Spencer Fano should have been picked already, but I'm gonna give you a pass on that. The love to Cleveland, I thought that was iffy. My boy Junkins and Sampson's in there.
And Sampson, both the Headley's guys.
Yeah, I thought that was iffy. I love McCoy to the Dolphins. Bailey
Downs to Carolina is beautiful.
Yeah, Downs to Carolina was great. I like Bailey with Latu over there in Indianapolis. I like what you did there. Falk is a plug and play. Peter Woods plug and play. Caleb Downs plug and play. So everything's good, bro. It's at the running back thing, man. That's the one that threw me for a loop, but everything else, man, I like.
All right, let's keep it going here, Drew. What's your 2026 NFL mock draft? Solo. Drew flying solo.
Solo dolo.
Lots of feedback. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I might have to throw this thing out. Fire Radio Shack. Something.
Them boys still out there, bro? Radio Shack? They still
No, I don't think so, bro.
Okay. No Circuit City, no Radio Shack. Maybe. Out of there. H. Greg, all them boys done.
Dinosaurs,
bro. All right. We're gonna go Anthony Hill Jr. here for the New England Patriots, bro. Get him some spice, some fire on that second level. Some mutant powers. Anthony Hill at the second level there for New England. Next up, we have the LA Rams, and the Rams actually have 2 picks because they stole one. I don't know who they get it from.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Hurt, extra hurt, bro. You hurt, bro?
So you got to get the quarterback with one, right? One of these 2 selections. You got to get the quarterback.
We getting them right now. Them right now. It's Cade Klubnik. Lock him up. Lock him in.
Cade.
Yeah. Go ahead and get you some Cade.
Yeah, Mock Draft Database has him as the top prospect in this class.
They do. They gonna learn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's a little.
they love him.
They love him.
Well, I think there's a lot of buzz because of how he finished last season. Plus, you always have to account for that, how people felt about him coming in as a freshman, and then him kind of living up to that, and then him kind of looks like he might have turned the corner. I think putting all that in a pot has him as the number 1 quarterback. Plus, obviously, it's the quarterback position. So, you know how that go. All right, Mr. C. Mr. C. I'm going to get you a tackle, man. I'm going to get you Spencer Fanu.
There it is.
There you go, bro. Number 2 tackle in the country right now.
So, Haley, you had him at what, 3rd overall?
Yeah, my 3rd ranked prospect.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm super high on Fanu.
Yeah, I understand it.
Movement ability, man. The run game prowess. It's just he the best in the class to me as a run blocker and movement ability, man. I don't think anyone else compares to him in the entire.
You said it's reminiscent of Penei Sewell, bro, and he was the class of his particular draft here. So I that's high praise, bro. That is really high praise. So looking forward to him. I mean, listen, both the tackles at Utah, they get after it, bro. Both of them.
They do.
Lomu,
I like Lomu.
He was in my top 40, I think. He was in my top 40.
Yeah, he was in there. All right, Arizona. Looking at the roster, I kept going back to the receiver position. I think they need a 3rd star receiver.
They might need a number 2, Drew. Some people think they need a number 1.
Well, we listen. We're gonna go.
They giving up on you, boy, man.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Yeah,
too soon, bro.
That's crazy talk.
Too soon.
But go ahead and grab up Jordan Tyson, bro. Let's go ahead and
keep him
in
zona.
Arizona.
In zona, yeah. Keep him in zona, bro.
Okay,
all right, man. We got Dallas, man. It's your team, Juice. And guess what I'm going, bro?
And I was talking to Rod recently, or Rod texted me during the preseason game. He was like, "Hey, man, your Cowboys looking good."
Don't fall
boys
for it.
going
Know,
9-8.
right?
The boys going 9-8, bro.
Yeah, you
Fall
probably
for
right.
it.
Well, you heard Jerry. You know what I'm saying? What Jerry said.
He beat that thing, man.
Well, he beat that thing, but he want to keep them. It's all about keeping keeping them in the news.
I mean, that's the captain of the ship, bro. That's all you need to know about that.
Running that beer right into the damn iceberg every year, bro. No life preservers on that beer, isn't it? All right, man. We're gonna grab a guy from Texas. We're gonna grab one of Headley's top guys or guys he's pushing. He said this is gonna be his. Is this your Jalen Walker of this year? And Cassius Howe.
Oh, Texas A&M. I thought you was going Trey Moore because you said Texas.
Oh no, my bad. Texas A&M. Yeah. Right. No, we're not going Trey Moore.
Well, you said Texas. I thought you were just referring to the state. That's what I thought you were doing. You're just referring to the state.
I was doing both, bro.
All right. Doing both. All right. Yeah, I'm with it. Cassius Howe.
All right. Cassius Howe. All right. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is a little bit interesting. We're gonna go quarterback. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if I don't know that he's not the cheat code anymore. Age has caught up. Father time has caught up. I think. I'm not sure what the contract looks like, but that's irrelevant. And we're gonna go with mock draft database's number 4 player on the board in Lenoris Sellers. I have a feeling he does not come out, and I have a feeling he's going to end up transferring from South Carolina to a contender. That's what's going to happen.
That's interesting,
and that would be lovely for him. I think there's going to be a couple quarterbacks coming out following year, but he can put his name in the hat there. All right, next up we got the Chicago Bears. Let me not disrespect them. And Headley,
calling them sweet, bro. The berries, bro. Calling them sweet, bro.
Nah. Just rolled off the tongue real smooth, like, you know what I'm saying. So I went with it. But Headley, man, this guy I forgot to point out to you. I was a little disappointed that you didn't have this guy in there, and I'm looking for him right now, and I don't see him. Hold on, make sure they got him in here.
Hold on, real quick, Drew. While you do that,
let people know, bro.
Programming note right here. DK, we got a new channel, man. It's called the Second Half Draft Show. The namesake of the live stream has now become its own entity. So you gotta come with us. You gotta migrate with us, right? Well, obviously we're gonna keep both channels going, but this is 2 unique audiences for the most part. There is a little redundancy between the 2, but it's limited. So we wanted to carve out space for both audiences here.
DK, did you hear your pick, man? Did you hear who I picked? We can rehash it if you need me to do that. Just want to make sure you got it. Yeah, we've evolved. If you don't evolve, you die, man. Ask Circuit C and HH Greg and all them boys.
Radio Shack, bro. You forgot Radio Shack.
Radio Shack. Yeah.
Blockbuster.
DK, I got you Hollywood Video, B. Know about them boys too? We dating ourselves, guys. DK, I got you Jacoby Lane, the receiver out of USC, man.
Early. 4th overall. Early.
Yeah, 4th over, yeah.
DK said I want a corner.
Oh, you want a corner? Okay. I looked at your corners. I like your corners. You know what I mean? That was probably where I would have went second, though. I was thinking, but I was like, nah, I got to get my man Lane some love, push him up the board. People get to notice him, and we go from there. All right, where we at? We're at Chicago. Chicago, we're going with Headley's. Well, it's maybe he'll be one of my guys soon enough. It's R. Mason Thomas out of Oklahoma. Where you had him at, Headley? He wasn't in your top 40.
He was up in my. Yeah, he was in my 40. I think I had him like 30.
I think it was in his top 40. Yeah.
Let me look at it right here. Let me fact check you, bro. I got him at number 37. R. Mason Thomas, edge rush from Oklahoma.
They got him at 170 on here on the simulator, bro. That's crazy. And they got Trey Moore at 180, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. They sleeping.
Yeah, they sleep. They're sleeping, boys sleep, man. All right, Minnesota. The Vikings. I got them boys a corner, bro. This is a corner. I think he's probably gonna be one of my top 3 corners. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. It is AJ Terrell's brother. Is it Avion Terrell?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
just want to make sure.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Yeah,
Good
look
player.
at the roster, them boys. They need a corner bad, and the way they play defense, leaving the guys on an island, playing a lot of zero, cover one type stuff. So you got to be able to run with your guy. I believe he can do that. There's plays he makes in the air, bro. I don't know how his recovery in terms of either catching up after the receiver kind of beats him, or his ability to kind of make plays on the ball in the air is something special that I like about him. Plus, he's a willing tackler, bro. Willing to mix it up. Smaller guy, but willing to mix it up. All right, Houston, the Texans. There's a few teams in the league. You kind of look at the roster, and there's really not too many chinks in the armor. This happens to be one of those teams. And for the Texans, I don't think they're going to be picking this high. I think they'll be a little bit lower. Why can't I find them on my thing here, man? But for the Texans, I have I went and got them boys a pass rusher. And
another one.
Yeah. And Juice, you're probably gonna be upset with this because I'm gonna bypass your guy. It's not really your guy.
Ruben Bain.
Yeah, you know his warts, but I'm going with Dennis Sutton. That's who I'm going with from out of Penn State.
I think you slept, but that's okay.
Yeah, I thought you should have went tackle, bro.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Offensive tackle.
I thought about it. That was actually what I was gonna do, but I was like, nah, I'm going a different direction, bro. We're worried about that, man. We're not worried about that. All right. This is another team that don't have too many issues, bro. The Denver Broncos, and we poo-pooed Bo Nix, bro. The Cardinals was out there giving him his love, bro. They said, boy, he done made the next he's made the next step, bro. What you got to say, Juice?
Nothing. Big Bo.
Not till the bullets really start flying.
Nothing.
Really
Bro.
find out.
I got nothing to say, bro.
All right, I'm gonna give these boys a receiver. I'm gonna give them part of the law firm over there at USC. I'm gonna give them Lemon.
Makai. I like it.
Lemon, bro. Like it. All right, man. I appreciate you liking my picks. Well, they got Makai here. Got him at 67.
67th.
Yeah,
we'll see if either Pat Bryant or Troy Franklin. Maybe they could step up this year.
They gotta. I mean, Cortland Sutton is the number one, but it's Marvin Mims, bro, is who they gotta get more involved, bro.
Yeah.
Marvin Mims is a better player than Bryant and
no.
Frank.
That's why I didn't mention Mims. I already had him solidified.
Okay. You already had him kind of solidified.
Yeah, him and Sutton.
Yeah.
But if Bryant or Franklin could step up, they might not need a receiver.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking they weren't going to step up. So, you know what I'm saying? We went there. But for the Bucks, man, we're going to go ahead and go get us a linebacker, Deontay Lawson, bro.
Nice.
Lock him in. Yeah, man. They
couldn't get Campbell, so you had to get Lawson.
Couldn't get Campbell, so settle for Lawson.
Man,
I hear you.
Consolation prize. You know what I'm saying? We got to do the right thing. They may not end up going linebacker because it sounds like they got some guys, bro. So, but we'll see how the season plays out. Because obviously Levante can't play forever.
We keep saying that, but
and it might keep showing up, bro, isn't it? But just keep showing up.
Oh goodness.
Oh, you're probably not gonna like this pick, and I don't care, bro. But it don't matter for the LA Chargers. You know what? I should call it audible, but then that means I gotta call it audible later on, and I don't know if I want to do that. Let me just see where I'm lined up at. Let's see. You know what? I
was looking up this guy you put out here, D-Kid. I'm like, who is Anthony Jones, bro? I was like, did I miss something? Like, I scouted Texas pretty thoroughly, bro. Anthony Hill. You ain't draft Anthony Hill yet? You drafted Anthony Hill, right?
He got picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked up. Okay. We're gonna go CJ Allen here. I'm gonna call it audible. Hot route.
CJ Allen.
Yeah, we're gonna go CJ Allen here for these boys. Did they have an injury on the offensive line over there?
Yeah.
They lose somebody? They lost
Slater. Slater's out.
That's what it is.
Slater.
Yeah, they moving your boy Alt to left tackle. He can handle it.
He ain't moving from there, bro.
Slater
did get the contract extension, so maybe he gets back in there.
Gotta live with
at the end of the day.
They gotta live with it. They gotta, All right, the Green Bay Packers. I went Christian Gray, cornerback out of Notre Dame.
Christian Gray eligible? I didn't even know that.
Is he eligible? If he's not,
he coming up?
Eligible. Yeah,
Dang. I gotta adjust my rankings, bro. I thought he was a sophomore.
Come on,
might be a redshirt sophomore.
Redshirt.
Yeah, fact check it, but I'm pretty sure he's
fact check.
He's a junior.
Right. He's a junior. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I gotta adjust.
Yeah, you gotta adjust. All right, man. I need help with this one because this is my audible right here, man. This was my CJ Allen pick for the I almost said the Redskins, the Commanders. Although they might end up being the Redskins with what's going on out there.
Bane.
Pass rusher, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That was easy.
Unless you like TJ Parker more.
No, I don't.
Hating on TJ Parker and Proctor, bro. Parker and Proctor, bro.
No, Proctor gonna get taken.
That's the law firm right there. Parker and Proctor.
That is the law firm. You're right. All right, here for the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna go Emmanuel Pregnon from
Ooh.
Oregon.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna
wasn't expecting that,
line, bro. No, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
is Pregnon in the interior?
Yeah, interior
guard.
Line. He's their number one. Interior offensive line, it looks like.
All right.
And then San Fran. Now we can go ahead and grab your boy Proctor.
Caden.
Yeah, Caden Proctor. Had a cup of coffee out there at Iowa. I say it quicker. Sounds funny.
Look at my draft database. Got a slider now. Look at that.
Nice.
Remember they didn't have a slider before, bro.
Upgrade.
A slider.
Okay.
Upgrade.
Hey, let's clap it up for my draft database. Been missing that for a minute, bro. Say give the Niners a punter. Can't do that. Can't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Can't sabotage. All right. For the LA Rams, where did I go? We got our quarterback in Klubnik, and then we turn around and we're gonna go to the offensive line. We're gonna stay on the interior. We're gonna go Jake Slaughter.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a good pick.
And that's a good fit for them boys too. And then we got KC. They say Josh Simmons out there look great, bro. Look tackle one, bro. Didn't we say it, bro?
Try to tell them, bro. The Chiefs, bro.
Bro.
It's like the Chiefs and the Ravens, bro. Like,
go figure. These
guys just always get those guys, bro. How did these guys fall, man?
The NFL allows it, bro. And did you hear about the stuff with Rasheed Rice, bro? Is the fix
I
in,
did. Tell you, bro. Casey going back to the Super Bowl, bro.
You got Taylor Swift out there, bro.
I'm expecting suspension, bro.
Listen. Taylor Swift got the new album coming out too, bro.
Believe
that, bro.
We gotta line everything. Everything has to line up. You know
exactly.
No. Rice gonna get suspended. It's just that he's not suspended for the first couple of games. You know what I'm saying?
That might be worse for them though. Missed the second half of the season.
No. They're saying the first couple of games is the rough part of their season. It's the rough.
Okay. And he come back for the playoffs. Gotcha.
Meanwhile, we suspended Addison for the first 4 games. So make it make sense, bro.
One's a felony, one's a misdemeanor. They both pled guilty. But I'm just saying.
Man, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna go Isaiah World here for Oh no, we're not. Don't do it. Did you do it? You didn't do it, did you?
Nope.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go Chandler Rivers. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
cornerback.
Like Chandler Rivers.
It was either gonna be AJ Harris or Chandler Rivers, but I like Rivers.
Yeah, I like Rivers,
and I like him in this scheme. I like them both in this scheme, but I like Rivers better in this scheme.
So then we're looking at what? We're looking at your boy, the baller, and then my guy, Cal, and now Rivers out there too.
Yeah, bro. It's just
nice.
Spags is
rich get richer, man.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for the Detroit Lions, we're gonna go. I was thinking Derek Moore. I like him here, but we're gonna go Tyreek Sapp, bro. The hands, bro.
The hands.
Yeah, I like that name. Let's call him the hands, bro. Him, bro.
Where they got him at? They got him at interior?
Yeah, they got him at D-line. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he played a little bit of interior, but should be on the outside. All right. Next up, we got the Buffalo Billies, and y'all not gonna like this one. This might say this gingerly.
Gingerly.
You know what? It's a little bit of an audible. I was gonna go with the Ole Miss brother Perkins, but we're gonna go with Harold Perkins here, bro. We're gonna go with Harold.
All right.
Where's Harold at? They got him at line.
They are showing the younger Perkins love though here on Mock Draft Database.
They got him higher. They got him at 37. Okay. Maybe I should have just went with him, but we said Harold, so we stick with Harold. All right, Baltimore. We're going Isaiah World here, man. I'm gonna keep it nice and simple. Continue to protect Lamar. And Ronnie Stanley can't play forever. So Isaiah World doesn't necessarily have to come in and be a starter immediately, especially when you pick it on the back half of this thing. And then for the Philadelphia Eagles, we're gonna go. Let me look at the receivers. I want to go receiver here.
I noticed your boy getting some love. McKinney. He's Jay McKinney.
Oh yeah,
moved up considerably. It's up to 28 now.
I don't see.
I mean, if Philly would add the pass rusher, bro. That's what they would do, bro.
No, you're right. You're right.
They would just add Parker, bro.
That is 100%. You know what? I want to go Carnell Tate, but let's go Parker, bro. I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go Parker.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Sim from Anonymous. Yeah, now you can go ad free. You can do a subscription now. Mock Draft Database, really stepping it up.
I like it, bro.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Now I can be crucified, bro. Put me up on the cross, bro. Salt and vinegar, bro.
Hadley.
Yo.
Break it down, man.
Let's break it down.
Break Mock Draft down, man.
Yeah, I'm going to break it down right now. At the top, he went with his QB1, Drew Aller. I can't be mad at the pick. If Arch Manning's not in this class, Aller could be the QB1 in this class. Like how he finished last season. Should have a stronger season this year with the receivers coming in there to College Station, man. So I like the Drew Aller pick. They should have drafted Shador. That's all I'm gonna say right there for the Saints last season. But number 2, we got Peter Woods in Cleveland, man. Put him next to Mason Graham on the interior. You got Myles Garrett, rushing the edge. That's a fearsome defensive line, man. So I like that there for Cleveland as well. Number 3, we got Maui Noga. Is it the end in there? Maui Noah. It's so easy to say, bro, but when you look at the name, you gonna mess it up, bro. Yeah. Maui Noah Francis. I guess that's Drew's offensive tackle 1. He's my offensive tackle 2, but Tennessee does need help along that offensive line, so I think that's a good pick there for them. Number 4. We went and got Jacoby Lane to go with Malik Neighbors. Jackson Dart's going to be very happy. You got Neighbors and Lane. I like that tandem there for the New York Giants. Not mad at that one. Number 5, Garrett Nussmeier to the Jets. I'm not giving up on Justin Fields, bro. I know if he's picking this high, they probably didn't have a good season. Fields didn't have a good season, but I'm optimistic about Justin Fields, Braylon Allen, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. I think all 4 of those guys are going to be big fantasy football guys if you're into that. So, but you got Nussmeier there. Good quarterback. Can make any throw on the football field. Just got to limit the bad decisions. That's all I'm going to say about Nussmeier. The bad decisions will get him. But if Justin Fields is out of there, good pick. Number 6, Caleb Downs to Carolina Panthers. Home run pick. The Panthers have one of the worst defenses in the league. So getting a guy that's my number 1 prospect, the do-it-all safety, formerly of Alabama, now Ohio State, Caleb Downs. Love it. Number 7, David Bailey to the Colts, him and Latu. I love that pass rushing duo right there. Another home run pick. Love that one. Kendrick Falk to the Raiders. Physical defensive lineman. You could line them up from the 1 to the 5. Like, this guy's a beast, man. I think he's a plug-and-play guy. I think he's as safe as it gets. I think Falk is one of the safest prospects in this class. So we love that pick there at Number 8 to the Raiders. Number 9. Now, this is when it gets a little crazy, Drew. I'm going to admit, man, I'm a big Quinshaw Junkins guy. He got out of the legal issues, going back to practice. Even if Junkins wasn't there, man, I was really high on Dylan Sampson behind Jerome Ford. So, I think this is an iffy pick, but the prospect I love and Jeremiah Love. So, I'm going to give it a C because I like Love. So, number 10, we got the Miami Dolphins getting McCoy, our cornerback 1. They have one of the worst defensive back rooms in football. Makes perfect sense. McCoy, hopefully he gets healthy a lot sooner. Get on that football field because movement ability is A+ there from McCoy. Number 11, you got Anthony Hill Jr. to the Patriots, man. That's another great pick, man. This guy's a do-it-all linebacker. Get after the passer, can play the run, can play the pass game. He'll look good in the Patriots uniform, man. They'll know how to utilize him, Mike Vrabel and those boys. Number 12, we got the Rams. Not a big fan of Clay Klubnik. I said it in my top 75 rankings. Not a big fan of Klubnik, but you got to replace Stafford. Stafford is getting older. He's dealing with some injuries, and they need a quarterback to kind of groom. So maybe Klubnik doesn't have to play right away. That'd be the good thing. Maybe Stafford has another season or 2 left in him, and Klubnik can learn behind him. Number 13, love this one, man. Spencer Fano. He's my tackle 1. He's going there to the Seattle Seahawks. Mr. C, you're going to love him next to Christian Haynes, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, those 2 on the right side is going to be great for y'all boys, man. What's up with Christian Haynes, Mr. C? Is he going to start this year, man? Let me know, man, because I'm still a fan. Where am I at? Number 14. Oh, okay, Arizona getting Jordan Tyson. Staying in Arizona, wide receiver, put him next to Harrison Jr. Michael Wilson's still there. Kyler Murray get more weapons. Like that fit there. Number 15, the Cowboys get Cassius Howell. This guy is my Jalen Walker. I wanted to go the whole live without saying Jalen Walker, but I think that's my 3rd time. We should have like a Jalen Walker count, every time I say his name. But yeah, I love Cassius Howell, bro. I think he's gonna rise up the board. I think he's gonna be a guy that everyone's gonna be like, hey, Scarton, Stewart's not there no more. He's gonna be a double-digit sack guy for Texas A&M. Love his game. Number 16, we got Lenoris Sellers, quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. I'm not high on Aaron Rodgers this year, man. I don't know if he's gonna make it through the season. So Sellers is an excellent pick. I think Sellers might have the highest upside of any quarterback in this class. What he can do with his legs. He could develop more as a passer. If he does that this year, like he could be QB1, man, as far as I'm concerned, if he decides to come out. Number 17, we got R. Mason Thomas. This is one of Drew's guys. Very skilled pass rusher. I think he's a little raw right now, but more snaps, more reps. I think he could develop into a 1st-round guy. Not mad at that one. Number 18, Avian Terrell. This is an excellent pick. The Vikings, the defense, they like to send pressure, so we need a guy that can cover on the perimeter. AJ Terrell's brother, I think he's going to be another good one in the league, the Terrell brothers. Then we have number 19, Dennis Sutton. This was a little bit of a surprise. Just like the running back for Cleveland, I think Houston has some of the best pass rushers in the league. I think they need more help on the offensive line. But Dennis Sutton is a good football player, physical football player, can defend the run, be a good edge setter for this football team. Maybe they need that, though. Maybe they need a nice edge setter there to go with those pass rushers in Houston. Number 22, C.J. Allen. Oh, no, I skipped one. I skipped a couple. Number 20, Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver.
He made sure he's getting the Bucks, huh? Made sure he's getting the Bucks, bro.
Hey, it's small, man. I can't really see, man, on my screen, man. But I'm there, Drew. I got you. Number 20, Mekhi Lemon to the Denver Broncos. I'm not sure if they need a receiver. Maybe last year, maybe they needed a wide receiver. I think Mims is going to be that number 2 behind Sutton. And I think either your boy Pat Bryant or your boy from Oregon, I think one of those guys is going to step up as wide receiver 3. But like you said, Broncos don't have much need, man. But I love the prospect at Mekhi Lemon, slot dynamo for USC. Number 21, we got, oh, my God, Deontay Lawson, the off-ball linebacker for the Bucks. Like you said, Lavonte David can't play forever. So I like him, man. I think he's plug and play, very instinctive linebacker. Might not be the most athletic guy like Jahad Campbell, but man, the instincts plays at the next level, man. And he's gonna be where he needs to be, man. So he's a green dot type football player. Number 22, another linebacker. Got back-to-back linebacker, CJ Allen for the Chargers. Great fit, great need for the Chargers. Need that physical thumper. I know they got did they draft Junior Colston also? I believe they have Colston there, but CJ Allen's the better player, bro. I wasn't that high on Colston, to be honest. CJ Allen's going to be a thumper, bring that physicality to that middle of the defense that they've been missing for a while. Love that pick at 22 for the Chargers. 23, we got Christian Gray, cornerback. I didn't even know he was in this draft class. I got to adjust my top 75. He's an excellent corner from Notre Dame. I like to fit there in Green Bay as well. 24, we got – who's 24?
Bay.
Okay, that's Arizona.
Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain.
To what team?
Commanders.
Oh, to the Commanders. Okay, yeah. Ruben Bain to the Commanders at 24. Man, that was one of the biggest misses I thought on draft night. I thought the Commanders should have went pass rusher. They went and got Connerly a tackle. I know tackles are very important, but we need some pass rushers there in Washington with Dan Quinn's defense. I think Bain's an excellent pick there. Pass rusher from Miami. Number 25, we got, this was a surprise, Pregnon. I don't have him as a first-round guy. Drew must know something. The guard for USC. He's a big physical football player on the offensive line at USC. He at USC still, Drew? Is he there or he transferred? He transferred to Oregon, right?
Oregon. He's at Oregon.
Mm-hmm. He transferred to Oregon. Oregon got one of the best offensive lines. I think you got two guys on that offensive line in the first round. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't have him, like I said, I don't have him as a first-round guy, but maybe he balls out this year, changed my mind. 26, we got Caden Proctor for the 49ers. He kind of fell. He kind of fell down your draft board. Like, I have him as offensive tackle 3, but I still have him, I think, in my top 10 overall. So that's kind of quite a bit of a slide right there. I think they get a steal right there in Proctor. He got to work on some of the technical part of his game, but you can't teach size, bro. And for his size, he can move as well, man. This guy's been starting since I've been a freshman. And he gonna ball out again on the Alabama offensive line. Number 27, Jake Slaughter for the Rams, man. Plug and play guy. This guy, he's a heartbeat, man. He's a heartbeat of this Florida Gators offensive line. He's solid interior offensive lineman, so great pick for the Rams. Number 28, Rich Get Richer, Chandler Rivers. Like, the size is one thing, but when you play bigger than your size with that physicality, that click and close ability, I can see Chandler Rivers getting into the first round from Duke, man. Excellent football player. 29, we got the Hands. Tyreek the Hands Sapp. I know Juice be hating on him a little bit, man. Caleb Banks, but Tyreek Sapp is an excellent football player. The chop, the rip, the swim, he got it all in his bag. He can get after the quarterback. Put him opposite Aiden Hutchinson.
He's E Honda from Street Fighter.
E Honda. I like it, man. Number 30, Harold Perkins. Oh, he gets in the first round. After coming in his freshman year looking like a first-round guy, he hasn't been looking at recently, got hurt. So, he ends up in the first round. Buffalo, off-ball linebacker, pass rusher, get after the quarterback, man. He's a versatile chess piece. 31, Isaiah Worrell, left tackle. Like, he has so much potential, and I could see him sliding in the first round. But just like Proctor, I like Proctor a little higher, but they're similar where they got to work on some of the technical parts of their game. If they fix that, I think both of those guys will be first-round guys. And then last but not least, T.J. Parker, the edge from Clemson. This is a big fall right here. Some people have him as a top 5 guy. I think I got him, he's in my top 10 or just outside my top 10. He's in my top 15, but man, Rich Get Richer again, man. Philadelphia Eagles, they know how to develop defensive linemen, edge rushers. So, man, it's going to be big. I think it's going to be a good landing spot for T.J. Parker, and he's going to have a big year, man. Him and Peter Woods on that Clemson defensive line, they both going to have big years.
Yeah, one of the things that jumps out to me about this mock draft is that you got 4 off-ball linebackers going in the first round. And when you just talk about just the talent associated with those players, you could certainly make the case. You can absolutely make the case. It's just the way the NFL views them. And I know this is not trying to be, as realistic as possible. This is what makes sense to Drew as far as his solo mock draft here and what he would do given that opportunity. And I tend to agree. When you have off-ball linebackers, involved with so many plays, right? You can see it just in terms of the amount of tackles these guys make on an annual basis. To me, there's value in that, right? If you're involved in each snap as frequently as they are, then I would push them up the board. But the NFL doesn't necessarily see it that way. So interesting how that worked out. I think we had how many receivers going to first? Three receivers. Okay.
Tyson, Lemon, and Lane.
Tyson, Lemon, and Lane. Yep, that seems to be the top three. I know that you guys have the same top three, a little bit different in terms of your order, but no. Actually, Drew, you didn't have Lemon in your top three. No,
Well,
you do, Henley, but Drew didn't have Lemon in his top three.
Yeah, I don't. But that was more about just giving them USC receivers love because people need to get the
Who's in your top three? Who's the other one we missing?
I think it's Tate. I think Tate's, or is it
No, you don't have Tate there. Is it Nick Anderson?
No, Nick Anderson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Nick Anderson.
They got him low. If you search for him, he's low on the
He gonna have a big year, man. With Nussmeier over there.
Yeah.
I think there's one in Michigan right here, man. Dylan Thieneman, man. What you saying, man? He's my number 21 prospect. Is it a position?
So it's the position. Yeah, because he's probably gonna end up in the first round when it all said and done. But again, he's also being compared up against Caleb Downs, which is not fair. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Then a minimum boy from last year.
Who's that?
Starks.
Oh,
Starks.
bro, come on, bro.
I'm asking.
Starks, bro. Starks.
Look at the reason why I asked that question.
Oh yeah, where he went in the draft.
Look at where he went in the draft, bro.
Yeah, but they was hating on him because of his all the Sparky and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Thieneman's gonna test well.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, good stuff, man. Nice exercise. We'll switch this up next time around. Headley, you'll be up on the block making the selections, and then of course we'll heckle you from the stands. All right. Short but sweet and chock full of information. This particular live stream, of course, the first on the new channel, the Second Half Draft Show, Couch Potato General Manager podcast live stream. Really good show, guys. Great job. Want to encourage everybody to subscribe. All of those of you who have followed us over the years on Couch Potato General Manager, if you want to be plugged into the live stream, make sure you subscribe to the new channel. There'll be more blast of that. And of course, when we do videos on the original channel, the Couch Potato General Manager channel will also refer to this channel as well. So there'll be no shortage of opportunities to actually make that leap. But we know that's a bit of a process, a bit of a transition. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to the season, right? We're just a few short weeks away from both college and professional football. It's actually nice to have a little preseason on in the background. It's nice. I'm not really into it heavy, but just having it, the color commentary in the background, it's nice. It's a familiar feeling, a little nostalgia. You know what I mean? So it's that time of year, folks. That time of year. And then lastly, I'd be remiss if I did not remind you guys to check out our sponsor this year for the Second Half Draft Show, wearyourartofficial.com. As I understand, there's going to be a lot more merchandise available on the site in the coming weeks as far as designs, all original, artisan works, and we're big fans of it. See, Headley got the shirt on. I got a little shirt on for you. I asked for a little bit of a caricature, Couch Potato GM caricature, and I got one. So live up shirt there. So more to come on that front. Again, it's more than just t-shirts. It's mugs, it's hats, it's all types of different types of merchandise. So looking forward to that partnership throughout this draft cycle. All right. Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we sign off here?
Man, football is back.
Share the video. Football is back. Go to the TikTok account. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers there so we can
TikTok
live stream from there as well.
Look at your boy Bobo.
TikTok.
Your boy Bobo.
Bobo be balling, man. Bobo always ball, bro.
I call Bobo, bro. I call Bobo. Didn't I call Bobo?
Jake.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good one.